Starting a Hypixel Skyblock profile is a daunting task. I'll show you the most efficient way to get Bazaar unlocked, your first cookie, and where to progress next. Now, I've started a brand new profile recently, so I feel like I am very well educated on just how to progress in a profile. So to start out, just make your way over to these wheat fields here and hit some wheat until you're farming level 8 or 10. Doing this is going to give you loads of XP, and then you can also come to the farming or any NPC in the hub and sell your wheat and seeds for some quick money. Then once you sell everything, make your way over to the bazaar area and buy a stack of oak logs and a stack of sticks from the lumber merchant. Then come through to this alleyway and buy from the mine merchant a stack of gold ingots. Then craft a golden shovel. Then you can talk to the librarian and buy efficiency twice and a stack of experience bottles, and then just use the experience bottles till you're level 15. You can combine your efficiency 1 and 1 into a 2, and then efficiency 2 into your golden shovel. You can make your way over to the carpenter and give it a stack of wool. You can find the stack of wool at the wool weaver. Then once you have that skill unlocked, over time when you craft items, you're going to get Skyblock XP and coins, which will definitely add up. Another important thing to mention is at every collection you unlock, you get 4 Skyblock XP. So getting some early and easy collections quickly, like carrots and potatoes, can speed up the process of getting your first Skyblock level 7. Then you can enter the desert settlement, because with your efficiency gold shovel, now you can get a load of mining XP. Going off the coordinates of the screen, just simply insta mine the sand for a good bit of mining XP for each piece, and this will get you to mining 12 super quickly. Something super helpful is you can make a wooden shovel and make use of your sand by crafting some sand minions. Each minion upgrade will give you some Skyblock XP, and usually your sand would be useless. Then come back to the hub and buy a promising pickaxe. Next, before you start going to the mining islands, make sure you put all your coins back in the bank, and then you can do /visit portal hub. And using this portal hub, it helps with a lot of things. First of all, there's cakes, which gives you some small bonuses for 48 hours. On top of that, there's a portal to everywhere in the entire game. You just need to have the area unlocked. For example, we're going to go to the deep caverns using the mining levels we already grinded out. Now we're going to just unlock every single area by following my path here. Unlocking every area, you can use the lift operator to quickly transport back there. Anyways, here is a path on how to get from the top to bottom very quickly, as I do always find myself getting lost doing this. Finally, finishing through the emerald area, you get to diamonds. Here you want to make use of your promising pickaxe and just get to 5 diamonds. This is going to be helpful for making a diamond pickaxe and an enchanting table. First, I'm just going to quickly make a diamond pickaxe, and then I'm just going to go back to portal hub. Then I can just go back to the lift operator to get to where I was before in the diamonds. Now that I'm here, I'm just going to take this path to the left so I can get to where the obsidian is. Where the obsidian is, it's super helpful. You need this obsidian to make an enchanting table, so I'm just going to grind out 4. It's just scattered throughout. Now that I have 4, I'm just going to go back to the hub and run towards the librarian. The librarian sells books. I'll just buy enough for 30 bookshelves, craft a enchanting table. With this enchanting table, I'm just going to finish my bookshelves with the logs I bought earlier. Now that I have my 30 bookshelves, I'm going to go back to my island, and I'm just going to make something like this. It's just an enchanting table with a 1 block gap between placing all 30 of the bookshelves. Then I can enchant efficiency 5 and fortune 3. It's going to be 30 XP for efficiency 5. You could use the XP bottles from the librarian, and then fortune 3 is a bit expensive, it's 45. You can just get fortune 2 if that's a little bit too expensive. Going back to the portal hub, now you can warp over to the gold mine and go to the gold forger and buy some gold ingots. Then make your way back to the hub and come to the mine merchant and buy some more gold and coal. Your inventory might fill up, so just use a empty ender chest slot. Once that's done, go ahead and make your way over to the gold mines. The gold mines I just find to be the best way to get your coal collection and your gold collection. Then you can unlock enchanted coal and unlock enchanted gold. To do that, just come here in the gold mines. As you can see, there's plenty of ores, and just mine up some coal until you get the collection. Once that's done, just craft all your coal into enchanted, and that should give you about 5 enchanted coal. Just do /recipe coal, and you can craft it straight from your ender chest. Then rinse and repeat and do the same thing with gold. Another thing to mention is to get smelting touch on your diamond pickaxe, which should only cost you about 10 XP. Mining mining out the 1000 enchanted gold will take a while, but again, do recipe gold with your 1000 gold, just craft 10 enchanted gold. Wow, I just said gold a lot. With this gold, you would go make your way to the portal hub and then go to the lift operator in the deep caverns, go to the obsidian sanctuary and talk to this NPC. Just giving him your enchanted materials will unlock you the deep caverns. Then you have the deep caverns. There's lots of ways to get some quick Skyblock XP. First of all, you're just going to make your way over to the kings. Once you get to the kings, all you have to do is a couple commissions. First, he's going to give you 2 commissions, mining mithril and mining titanium. Also a commission to do a vent. Once you do those, you will get caught on mountain 2, and then you can do 5 commissions to get your first milestone, giving you nearly an entire level of XP. Next is glaciites, which is the best thing for combat XP. In order to do this, just come to the start of the Dwarven mines with a decent amount of money and a diamond pickaxe. Then make your way over to the lift, the station master, and go to the Great Wall, which is the iron pickaxe. This is the quickest way to get back to the glaciites because you're going to end up dying, so having a fast way back is going to save you a bunch of time. Then the diamond pickaxe is going to let you one-tap these glaciite walkers for a load of combat XP, getting you to combat 12 quickly, which is nice because you get coins, Skyblock XP, and it unlocks the end, which is really helpful for later in the video. Simply killing these glaciite walkers will also drop glaciite armor, which you can equip so you don't get one-tapped, and glaciite jewels, which go for about 100k each on Bazaar when you unlock it, so you can sell that to buy some things in the future. Now that you're done with the end and you're combat 12, there's some other things you can do. First, make your way over to the weaponsmith, which is right next to the mine merchant, and buy a undead sword. Then you can just enchant this thing with something like sharpness. It doesn't really matter what level, just have something decent. Then make your way over into the Maddox building where you can start a Slayer. Revenant Horror 1, which is going to cost about 2k coins but give a lot of Skyblock XP for killing this. I'm not going to show it, but it's just a zombie boss that has 500 health and does like no damage. You can quickly kill it for some quick Skyblock XP. Moving on from that, we can go towards this portal here, which will take us to the spider's nest. Next, coming into the spider den, there's this big house on this mountain, and you can climb up this and talk to some very important NPCs. Talking to all these NPCs here, specifically the Grandma Wolf, will give you a Grandma Wolf pet. Every single bestiary level you get, the higher rarity it will get, and the better it'll be. This is useful because you can start leveling up your taming and get a useful pet for some buffs. Following this path here, then you can make your way to the end. The end is going to have a very useful money making method, which is going to help us get our cookie and our god pot. Now sadly, we're only about Skyblock level 6 at this point, so there's some more we gotta do. What I'm going to suggest now is going to be fairy souls. As you can see in the quest log tab, I did about 20 to get mine. You might need to do some more or some less depending on what you did and how many skills you leveled up. I'm going to use Badline in the Skyblock section and type fairy souls. This is going to give me a waypoint of every fairy soul in the area. Then I can come to the auction house and buy a grapple hook. The grapple hook is about 20,000 coins, and it's very nice for quickly moving around the hub and reaching high fairy souls that you wouldn't be able to get normally. One thing to keep in mind is you need to get fairy souls in groups of 5, and then each fairy soul is about 2 Skyblock XP each. Getting these fairy souls is one of the quickest ways to get Skyblock XP at this point in time. Then at these coordinates, come to Tea of the Fairy so you can cash in your fairy souls for 10 Skyblock XP for 5. Now going back through the rest of this video, I'm assuming you're already Skyblock level 7 and you have Bazaar unlocked at this point. Now with what you've done so far in the profile, you probably have around about 300,000 coins. So I'm going to make my way to the end with my diamond pickaxe, and I'm going to look for something called ender nodes. They look similar to this purple terracotta on the floor here, and mining them will give you either Grand XP bottles, Titanic XP bottles, Nest Endermites, stuff like that, which is going to give you pretty much 10 to 15 million coins an hour. But right now we're not at full efficiency, so I'm going to sell my stuff until I have 500k, then buy a stonk. This is because the Nest Endermites one tap you, so the stonk will actually stop those from spawning and give you more Grands and Titanics in return. That is going to be a large force of how much money you make, and you just want to run this until you make about 10 to 12 million coins, buy your god pot, and then buy your cookie. Keep in mind that if you die with a god pot without a cookie, you do not lose your god pot. I've been hearing that a little little bit. So simply do this for probably like an hour until you can buy your cookie. I do have a tutorial on my channel on 3 starting money making methods. I already used one in this video. Using these, you should be able to buy stuff to progress into other parts of the game, which I'm going to talk about now. Now you can progress into anywhere in the game you want. I personally suggest forging, as it's probably the most profitable early game progression and the best setup you can get. Probably only costs you about 20 to 30 million coins, not counting attributes, and you can make actually good money. You also have the option with mining. I just don't suggest it too much because your initial setup to actually make good money is just going to be so expensive, and you don't really make money until about like 50 hours of playtime in mining. The garden is also a good option. I've done this progression plenty of times on all of my profiles. I just think it does get a little bit boring and dull, but the money is pretty solid. You can make up to 15 million coins an hour relatively quickly doing this. Next, you can also make your way to the auction house and buy yourself a aspect of the end for only like 390k, which you should easily have this. Then just go ahead and enchant your aspect of the end in the enchanting table till you have enchanting 10. With enchanting 10, make an experimentation table. The experimentation table, just run this until you have enchanting 20. It might take a second day, or you might have to spend 150 bits, and then you will unlock the ultimate wise enchant, which costs about 1.8 mil, but it also halves the cost of your aspect of the end or void teleports. Next thing is just minions. Getting a lot of minion slots early on is super worth it. What I'm doing is I have my minions, 17 redstone minions until my redstone collection got to 1.4 mil. So you have the largest talisman bag. Then I'm switching to fishing minions so I can get fishing levels quicker, because it is really hard to do the early game fishing manually. Speaking about your talisman bag, you want to try to get the easy cheap talisman started out. Probably a full bag to the bottom is suggested, alongside of the personal compactor, which is just going to enchant your items very quickly and easily. Now the last thing is hunting. You can get your skill of hunting up, and what that allows you to do is at hunting 15 and 20, hunting 15 allows you to use epic attributes, and hunting 20 allows you to use legendary. So if you wanted to do mining, there's the troglodyte attribute that gives you 10% more hotter than mountain XP, which is just going to help you do your commissions a lot quicker. So getting hunting 20 early can help a lot. What I did is I got my vine sap collection and my tenderwood collection maxed out, which gave you 50,000 hunting XP for each, and then I did hunt traps alongside with getting a turbo fishing net and farming pufferfish. With that being said, that is all for the video. That should help you get to a nice starting position in Hypixel Skyblock. If this helped you, make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys have any corrections, comment nicely down below, and thank you for watching.